made
Tugs,
it.
I forgot to ask, are you a little juiced up?
Am I juiced up? Yeah, but you know what's weird? I might be. Either I'm an alcoholic or I've had a lot to eat today. I don't really know, but I'm actually not as buzzed as I probably should be.
Well, we can make you more buzzed because I was saying to Tugs, I'm like, I'm gonna be healthier and not drink, but poor choices we're gonna drink, right? Right?
Yeah.
So
Yesterday, I did do a little bit of moonshine yesterday because Raider and Ian were insanely generous yesterday. So I did pour a
they
little
were.
bit of a sour watermelon moonshine that I
That
saw.
sounds so good.
I saw it on, I can't remember now. I think it was TikTok. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But Tara, I posted it. I was like, I need to find this and hunt it down. And Tara, like literally the next day was like, you'll never believe this, but I found it. And he sent me 2 jars. I know. He always got some good stuff over there. So I popped that open yesterday instead of cherries, which I have been doing the cherries, but I popped that open yesterday, and that is, it
Delish?
tastes like a Jolly Rancher. I don't know
Oh,
if anybody remembers when
I
Jolly
love Jolly
Rancher
Ranchers.
did, they
Watermelon.
had a watermelon one years ago. I think they stopped doing them, but they had a watermelon one years and years and years ago. And it tastes literally like that. Like I had it on ice and I sipped the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
So good. But yeah, no, tonight though, however, I'm this much into this bottle and I don't feel anything. So either now I'm an alcoholic or I've had a lot to eat. I don't know which
I'm
it is.
almost done this bottle. This has been what, a 3-week journey?
This has been in,
4 weeks?
how long was I live for? 2.5 hours? I literally opened this for my stream tonight.
Almost a whole bottle. We've upgraded from juice boxes to bottles.
Yeah, and it's got the straw because I didn't feel like doing any more dishes other than the straw, but that's easy.
I love that. Before we get started, you guys are insane. Cajun Corey with his typical joke for $5 says, my favorite teacher back in school was Mrs. Turtle. Turtle? Funny name,
Turtle.
but she taught us well.
She toured us well.
She's a little drunk, that one.
She toured us well. I'm so happy. I'm just happy. Is what I.
Oh my gosh. And Staccato, thank you for being very generous with the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I think you deserve a drink from us.
Cheers.
I can't believe you drinking wine through a straw.
I know. Listen, I know. And Hoagie's literally just said that you could just drink it out of the bottle with a straw. First of all, I am not, I'm klutzy. That doesn't, and it takes me forever. This is just easier. It's fine.
It's just easier.
It's
I like
easier.
the timing of this message, at least on this side. It says, these ladies are perfectly on time.
Yeah, that's literally my bad. I will take full response. I literally texted you. I was like, I might be a couple minutes
I'm like
late.
sitting here waiting for Tugs, and she's just like, I'm finishing the quarry.
We just finished the quarry. The credits are rolling. It's the coolest freaking. If nobody's ever played the quarry before, it's a choice-based game. There's over 180 different endings. But depending on like the evidence and like the clues you find throughout the game, the credits, there's like a true crime podcast or whatever that rolls during the credits. And depending on what you find, it changes every time too. So like there was one time I didn't find enough evidence, or I did something, I killed somebody or something. And it was like a bunch of kids got arrested for murder or whatever. Anyway, it changes every time. And so we were listening.
Oh, it changes every time too. Oh, that's cool.
The credits change every time, like, and the newspaper headline changes every time. It's really cool. Anyway,
I wonder if there's a video out there that has all the endings, because some autistic person did all the endings.
I'm sure. And I still have it running in the background because the credits are going, so I'm gonna like just switch it over.
No, I was not slamming shots. Hurts. God, I would be on the floor if that were the case.
We're too old to slam shots, you guys.
It really is a sign of age when you do shots, because it's like the quick, efficient way to get drunk. But we don't need to get drunk. I enjoy the process of it as well. So, John Thomas, member for 20 months, says, all hail Tugs, hail X-Ray, hail chat. Hail to you, John. Thank you guys so much for the love before we even started. And we have a lovely show for you today. A lot of crazy women out there. Maybe some love. Some good videos from the 1970s. I can
Oh,
show you that video, Tugs.
bound like a wow. Yeah, because
They
like
have
the
the
height.
male version of tea.
I would say, wasn't the 70s like the height of feminism? Like all the protests and stuff were in the 70s, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see the height of feminism.
Mhm.
But
Yay.
before we begin, I want to just show Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know what this ring size is, but this is ridiculous. So he and his longtime girlfriend are engaged. She's gorgeous. This diamond.
Do you think that the conservative influencers that were making fun of Sarah, do you think they're happy with this ring size, or do you think they're going to
It's too
complain about this
big.
one too?
Too big. Can I get like if I were to get an engagement ring, I would want like 5% of that.
If you ever gave me an engagement ring like that and it was real and not some sort of joke from like a gumball machine, no. Mm-mm.
You best be Cristiano Ronaldo because there's no way you could afford that for one.
How do you function with something like that on your hand? First of all, you're a walking target for thieves. So good
I'm
luck.
sure they insure it for a whole lot. And also, when you get married, where are you going to put the wedding band? What are you going to wear as a wedding band? Is it going to be diamonds that are like, well, you see in my mouth. Okay. Is it diamonds that's going to cross that knuckle here?
That is it's way, her hand, it's too big. I'm sorry.
Make a full sentence, Tugs.
It's too big. And I don't mean it like as an insult, like the influencer girls were, although it kind of sounds that way, but it's not, it's just, how are you going to, I genuine questions. How do you function with something like that? Because I would break it. I wash dishes by hand. I do laundry. I have a 50-pound dog to wrangle. Like, how
Yeah.
do you function?
Even when I wear rings, I do take off my rings to do all that stuff anyways, but
Yeah,
it's just
but still,
I would be afraid to lose it,
yeah,
realistically.
you're a walking target, honestly. Honestly,
I
she's a
don't think
walking
she's
target.
doing regular stuff like taking the train or the tube
That's
or
fair.
whatever.
And the nails also say, does she have a bidet?
At least it's not as long as Cynthia Erivo's.
Oh, that's true. How does she function, I wonder?
I
Oh,
don't know. Apparently she gets
nobody
that
knows.
question a lot, how she wipes her own butthole.
Well, it's a genuine
Okay.
question.
Davina brings up a good point. She doesn't do dishes with those nails.
That's fair.
There's
That's
her
very
with like
fair.
regular nails though. So I think it was just because she got engaged.
Maybe, yeah. I wear press-ons, but I wear nails. They need to come off now. It's been almost a month. But I wear nails and I still do my dishes. So I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
They're
But yeah,
both so pretty. They're so
I
pretty. They're gonna make beautiful babies.
my brain hurts.
Is it hurting only because of the ring?
Yeah, I don't know how you like, did she ask for that?
I
I know
don't
you have
know.
money, okay? And that's cool and all. I don't know.
So this post
Congratulations.
says
Oh, yay, married.
this is an oval cut diamond. And it's at least 35 carats, if not 40 plus carats.
I'm gonna Google it. What's the price?
I think like I did a search when I saw the post initially, and Sotheby's said that a diamond of a similar size, cut clarity, sold for 2 million at least, maybe.
So this specific one is estimated to be worth 7 figures. Is that 2 million? That might be. I don't know.
Yeah, it can be, but it also can be 9 million. So, I mean, it's a big rock.
Oh, here we go. Experts value the ring between 4 million and 5 million.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I'm good God.
Like I said, I'm happy with not even a carat. I'm happy with like 0.5 to 0.8.
Kudos to her, though. I mean, listen, if they get divorced or they break up and she is allowed to
She
keep
keeps
that,
it. She has to
she's
keep
set
it.
for life,
Yeah.
I guess.
All she has to do is sell her, I think not even the fact that it's the diamond in itself, which the diamond market actually is crashing a little bit because of the lab-made diamonds, but the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo and the story behind that would be a selling point as well, because he is the most famous soccer player, probably. Most longest career
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would say like David Beckett used to have that title, but no, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, has taken that.
Like he's in his 40s and he's still playing soccer. That is impressive because most players retire by 30, right? Early 30s, if not late 20s.
I think so.
He spends at least like a couple million just doing his training. I remember reading an article about that. And I mean, if that's your job, you got to do what you got to do.
Crazy.
So
that's crazy.
Yup.
I mean,
good luck to them.
Kudos to her for being valuable enough in his eyes to spend that kind of money. And kudos to him for having that. I mean, I'm not upset about it. Like, every relationship's different. Every girl's got different tastes. He can afford it, whatever. I personally would punch Duke in the face. What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, I would be afraid to leave my house.
I would never wear it. I honestly would never wear it. It's too big. And for one, so like I said, walking advertisement, you're just begging to get robbed at knife point or something like that. I would be afraid that it would break. Also, my hands are not very big. Like, here's an Xbox controller. Here's my hand. How am I supposed? That thing probably weighs like, I don't even know. How is she even lifting her hands?
A rock. I've never had a rock bigger than a carrot in my hand.
I don't even know
Would
what that
even
is.
Be
I have
heavy?
a fake one. I have a fake one. I don't know. I don't know. What does that mean? Is a carrot heavy? I have no idea. I would imagine
I want to just see,
carrots.
out of curiosity, Tugs. I want to share this. Ring carrot sizes. What shape do you like?
Oh, hold on. You got to click it. It's a tiny screen. I can't see. Click
no, but what shape do you like? Do you like circular?
Oh, I like
do you
circle.
Like oval?
Yeah,
do you like? Okay. Here. Open image, a new tab. Oh, I'm gonna have to just show the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. On this image, which one would be the right size for you if your fingers were this size?
I mean, they look similar to mine. Let me see.
I'm like 0.4, 0.5. I'm so
I
weird.
was gonna say like tops the 7. But yeah, no, 4 or 5. Hold on, let me go grab the fake one I use. Hang on, stand by. Please
stand by.
Your call
like
is
even the idea of anyone getting a carrot, that's just too much. B-Bean, yes, I have been proposed to a time or two. So John Thomas says all blood diamonds are all diamonds are blood diamonds. Well, some are lab made now. So in a sense, not all of them are. If they're lab made, is it really a blood diamond? And Staccato with the $10 says Ronaldo has watches from Jacob & Co. that cost more than that. Really?
Oh,
also,
Lord.
What is Jacob? I clearly don't know brands.
I don't know who Jacob is either, except for the quarry. Okay, so
but
this is
if it's more than 3 million, that's insane. Okay.
This is the fake one that I have. I don't know if you guys can
let me remove this.
Oh,
let me put you on solo.
That might be better. This is the fake one I have. Okay.
Put it against your finger. Put it on your finger and show like this. Like
this is the size it is. That would be if you go. I don't know what that is.
I would say that's a 1.5 carat, girl.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
How much of your finger does it take?
It's just this much. It's really not that big.
That's taking over half of your finger.
There's
so
no
assumingly that you are the same size as this person, assuming, we don't know, what is half the finger? 1.7, maybe 2. Yes.
I'm calling this a 0.7. There's no way.
0.7. Your ring is maybe half your finger in width.
Oh, well, oopsies.
Chat, tell me I'm not crazy.
Way. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I honestly can't tell from the picture, but this is my fake one I've been using for forever. Okay. God dang it.
All right, solo.
There we go. We got this at like a fair for $30 and I wear it. I used to have the girls would wear this in clubs. I think you're bugging. What does that mean? Well,
yeah, I think it's a bit bigger than you think. But you also, you don't have to get engaged with a diamond. You can do morganite. I love morganite rings.
Morganite's so pretty. Morganite really is pretty. I don't know.
For
Is
those
that
who
big?
don't know what
Oh.
morganite is, this is morganite. It's a pink stone. The only reason I don't like it is not a color or whatever reason. When people use hand sanitizer, it dulls the stone. So it really just is an aesthetic thing, especially if I'm using sanitizer all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But I really do think that morganite is like a good alternative for engagement rings. And you can get like a pretty big morganite ring for like a quarter the price of a diamond of that size.
Interesting.
Maybe even more.
Interesting.
Yeah. And believe in yourself. You are very right about this. Diamonds are worth what someone is willing to pay for them.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't have to be this big. This is just the fake one I use. Although I will say, like, it's big enough to catch somebody's attention so they leave me alone in the Walmart parking lot. So there's that, I guess. But it's literally
Gosh,
called me.
a ring's not going to stop someone, Tugs. I
No,
promise
it's
you
not.
that.
It has, and it has not. This actually, what's funny about this ring is I just fell in love with it. I thought it was so pretty, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind something like this. Maybe not this big, but you know, just like the style for my real whatever. And so I ended up buying it because it was a fake one, and we would exchange it. Like the my girl group when I worked at the hotel, we would exchange it, and depending on whether or not we wanted extra tips, checking people in and or to get free drinks at the bars. And that went twofold. Some of us
Ah.
girls were nice girls and pretended we were like on a bachelorette party or something or whatever. Like, oh, here's a drink for you. Congratulations on your marriage. That innocence. And then other of the girls that I knew would be like, oh yeah, my last one. You want to be my last man before I'm forever with the man forever? You know, they'd be naughty about it. But I mean, this thing got passed around. So yeah, I would wear this sometimes just for funsies. This is so terrible to admit now, but if you wear something like this, I would milk it and be like, "Oh yeah, we just got engaged, like blah, 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 whatever," because people would compliment. Now it's tarnished because it's fake. It's like tarnished on the bottom, but at the time it wasn't. And people would be like, "Oh, you just got engaged, congratulations!" They would like slip me a 20.
I should give you my fake traveler ring that I had. It's size 6, which has
That's nice.
just like zirconias, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Made of silver, I think.
So pretty.
Yeah. I think you'd actually like it. And then you can have like it won't tarnish at the very least, but
Yeah, oh yeah, this one's so old. Gosh, this thing's probably 15 years old now. It's just a little. I probably could polish it, but who cares? Seriously, this for the slutty rock. But doesn't she look like you couldn't tell the difference just walking by or just looking at it? And she sparkles too. Like you can see her sparkling. I love that. I love this thing. I wear it when I go out shopping by myself while Duke's asleep, or if I go out with my friend who lives here, I'll put this on. Just so that people leave me alone.
Because I do X-ray. If you do X-rays of a diamond, it will be clear. But if you do like X-rays of any other stone that I know of, at least, it will show up like a cloudy shape. And so I remember a girl.
Oh no.
She thought it was a diamond, and it wasn't.
Oh no.
I felt so bad.
Oh.
And
honestly, I genuinely don't care, but
that's the thing. And I guess this is a good time to bring up the super chat. John, I'll get to you in a moment. Staccato with $10 says, if she cries when she gets the ring, it was the right size. And realistically, if it's the right guy, it doesn't really even matter the size, in my opinion.
She better be crying because it's the right guy or she loves you. Like, dang. Personally, Sarah Stock's ring. I would love that. Again, small hands. I know my fake ring apparently is bigger than I thought it was, but apparently it's big.
It might just be because of your finger too with it.
No, it might. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But
I'm
anyway.
so curious. I know chat's okay, so this was one of my this was a ring that I had. Yeah. We all know I was engaged once. This is a real diamond ring.
That's so pretty. I would love something like that too.
Yeah. But you don't see the stone at all whatsoever because
oh, that's cool. Oh, it's in there. I thought that was just the
yeah.
setting.
So this is just the ring in itself, but the stone is there, but diamonds show up as clear.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's why
It's
it
not, it looks
sucks.
empty.
It looks empty, but that's what diamonds are on X-ray at the very least. So
That's
if
so
you have another
cool.
ring, and I wish I had a picture of the fake ring, but when we took it, I think
You want to borrow
just
this one?
seeing her poor face, you're like, well, this is not the right time and place to do this.
Yeah. You know it's totally real, girl. Totally real.
Yeah.
You what the irony would be, watch the irony be is you take an X-ray of this thing and everything is fake, but the diamond in the middle.
Oh my god. Well, I mean,
That
it
would be
doesn't matter. The metal will
crazy.
show up the way it does, right? So,
Yeah, that would be
oh
nuts. It's not.
gosh,
It's this was like $30, but yeah.
I wish I had a picture of it. Damn it. Oh well. John Thomas for $10 says, "Oh my god, have y'all seen the Psycho 20-part TKY talk TikToky?
Ticky
My
tacky.
psychiatrist made me fall in love with him. Girl is schizoid.
No.
Dadvocate did a stream. Y'all really need to get her on. She does relationship bits.
I've
Dadvocate? I mean, I watch Dadvocate at times.
I've heard of
Um,
the TikTok videos of the psychiatrist thing. I have yet to watch them because I don't want to. I
she
don't
has a
want to know.
great channel though, that girl.
Mhm.
Is it just lives or is it
Oh, Dadvocate? Yeah, no, Dadvocate's great. The TikTok lady is cray cray.
well, I'm gonna let Tugs find it because she is the TikTok aficionado between the two
Oh
of
yeah.
us.
Let me fix my bun. Hold on.
Yes.
Kara says that her hubby got her ring at the store she worked at. That's impressive. How did you not know?
Oh my god! I could see your hubby doing this though. He is so good at being sneaky, even though he is
Please
a
tell me
big
though.
human being.
Please tell me, Kara, that he even had the audacity, because this just sounds to me like something Jeremy would do, that he bought
He
it
does,
while
yes.
you were at work. Like while you were at work. Please tell me you were there when he bought
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Literally working. All right. Who am I looking for? Dadvocate? Who am I looking for?
Dadvocate. The TikToker video. I
Oh,
think um that whole saga. I'm curious about
the
that.
20
So
part series. Oh god. Okay.
yeah, I feel like you've probably seen it, if anything. Sneaky, hi. How you doing? Did you end up going to the con in Buffalo? I didn't go this year, so apologies. It says, "Oh, hi there for 15 months."
Oh
Hi.
hi.
What's
Hey
up,
girl, hey.
Sneaky? Oh, she was away at training. He used a fake name. Oh,
Oh, that would have been
even
even more
better.
hilarious if you were literally working when you bought it.
Well, speaking of engagement rings, there's someone who has collected quite a few.
Oh no. Oh god.
After 4 divorces and 6 engagements, Jennifer Lopez says she won't be getting married again. She's choosing herself from now on. Honestly,
Oh,
after getting 6 engagements, do you really want to get married? Like, it's a lot of work. It's a
oh, I
lot of work
found
to
her.
divorce.
Okay, hold on.
Also, she does not look like she's in her 50s or 60s or whatever it
No,
is
I
that
mean
she is.
she's gorgeous. Okay, let's just be real about it. But also, I really was rooting for her and Ben Affleck, and now I give up.
Well, especially because they were very cute together, especially after the Gigli thing, and then they broke up, and then after however many years, she ended up with was that baseball player, but like didn't work out, and
Mhm, mhm.
then they ended up back together, and I mean Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck look like a really good couple too.
I love them together too. Poor Jennifer Garner. Justice for Jen.
Yeah,
Not
and it's
you,
kind of
the other
hard for
Jen.
her because I feel like her and her kid, they seem so level-headed and just out of the media type
Yeah.
of people, and that's the kind of family I would want if I were at that level, and
Yeah.
that stuff be crazy. Also, I really like her outfit. I like her phone matching her outfit. Am I crazy?
Honestly, I mean, JLo is really cute, and I think she's so pretty. I like her better as an actress than I do as singer. That's just me. I was rooting for her and Ben 20 years later. I was like, oh my gosh, how cute would this be? And then I don't know what happened. Who knows, really?
I
Um,
who knows for sure. She doesn't seem like a diva, for one. Okay?
I will say though, I think Ben Affleck, and this is just I'm just going off my instincts here. I think Ben Affleck is more based than he probably lets on. Like, yeah, he's liberal, yeah, he's from the East Coast, whatever. And I think JLo has a daughter or a son that's kind of walks the line. of the Rainbow Brigade, we'll just say. And I think, I don't know that Ben Affleck is on board with that. So I can totally see Ben Affleck saying something and she be like, we're gonna get off ours. How dare you not support my child? You know what I mean? I think he's more base than he lets on.
I think that a lot of actors and actresses are like that, to be fair, especially because with the way the culture war is right now and it favored a certain side, you kind of have to just tuck that in and not think about it. And hopefully no one realizes your true thoughts. Because in the end, does it really matter your political views when you are acting? No.
No.
I really don't think so. Does it matter what my political views are when I'm doing X-ray? No, not really. I'm going to still save your life regardless of my political views. We're supposed to suppress those and still be able to do your job regardless of whatever it is. And I think if you have two very opposite views like that, I have a feeling if that were the case, regardless if it's Ben or Jen, the person who is more conservative or based, as we call it, and or based, sorry, it can be one or the other. I feel like they would be more tolerant of views unless you are of the extreme. And if you, especially with the other extreme side, we've seen if you're not with us, you're against us type of mentality. It really sucks being in a relationship with someone who's like that. We've seen that on The Bachelor too. Do you remember when Becca did not work out with
I can't remember who it was, but yes. Speaking of, though,
what?
Bachelor in Paradise.
I've not watched. Have you?
So I just started watching it last night. First of all, I'm entirely too old for this new group of people. I don't know what was happening here, but Clayton at some point joins, and Susie at some point joins. And there's some drums that I'm seeing on TikTok, and Susie's like calling people out kind of backhandedly the way she does, because you know how they can't talk about things until the show is over. So like she's trying to call people out without really calling them out so she doesn't get in trouble. And that's what caught my eye because I follow her on TikTok and I was like, what the shit is going on? So I started watching it last night so I could see what's going on. But even Wells is like, I'm so sick of these people.
I mean, to bring exes back together like that, regardless, is a lot of drama.
Yeah, and I don't know who got there first, so I can't wait to see.
Clayton seems like a doormat, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't like people who are like this when you're too nice and you can't tell the truth. And that doesn't matter if it's friends or relationship. Those are the types of people like pleasers to the point that you are not who you are. Like, ugh. And Clayton definitely feels that way.
I don't know who this is.
Why don't you cover Laura Owens, Clayton Echard story?
Who is that?
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Well, clearly Laura doesn't matter to Clayton anymore.
I don't know who Laura is. Yeah, clearly it doesn't matter because Clayton's now on.
He's on to the next.
Paradise. Also, they moved the location of Bachelor in Paradise. I do not like this new hotel.
What's it called? Where is it?
It's a hotel in Costa Rica, which is great, but the hotel is very, I don't know, it's just, whereas before they were in Mexico on the beach, it was very like cabana, it was very cute, and I don't know. This one feels very prison. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it's this white, bland, square, boxy hotel thing. I don't like it. I wouldn't let them go back to Mexico.
Well, especially with the crabs and the weird stuff that they would interact. The monkeys.
I don't like it. Oh, Laura Owens is the paternity sewer person. I forgot all about that, honestly.
Don't put your dick in crazy is all I gotta say.
So she lying, B-Bean?
Well, B-Bean Laura Owens faked pregnancy from Clayton after giving him a BJ. It was huge news.
Yeah. I remember there being like a paternity lawsuit, and then it came out that she faked the whole thing. That's all I know about that. So
what a biatch. All right,
do that.
Let's look at how feminism started in the 1970s.
Okay. Burning your bras.
You ready?
Yay, burning bras. Oh, cute
We're
top.
here
Oh my gosh.
Strike for Equality 1970, where women are demanding the right to be just as miserable as men in the workplace. Will you?
This, by the way, was sent to me by Chris Gore. Thank you, Chris.
Is this a parody? It's gotta be.
Yes,
It's an
it
AI
really,
thing.
it says
Okay.
1970s feminist parody, but this is real videos, okay?
It's real. I like her shirt though, in all seriousness. Also, the fact that this is AI is creepy because it looks real.
So
Except
real.
for the fact that prison is spelled completely wrong, but it's, it's fine.
Prison. Prison.
Prison. Anyway.
Equal pay Lawson? Also, I don't know. Wasman Dieter Miser 2.
Kids and a family. For sure. And if I don't have time...
Here, let's go back. Sorry.
As miserable as men in the workplace. Will you still want kids and a family? For sure. And if I don't have time to raise them, I'll just pay another woman to do it using the salary from my new job.
That is almost way too true.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
What do you look forward to in a corporation? Being underpaid, earning more for someone else, and never having even close to enough to buy a home.
Yay! Also, equal pay, equality.
Equal pay Princeton. This strike is a prison. I don't know if that's actually what it says, but we're going for it.
Amazing.
Oh no. That sign also says 1999, I think, instead of 1970.
AI, guys. AI is perfect. Equal pay is misery. Oh, I'm going to go work and pay another woman to take care of my kids. But that's the sad reality, is that you do have to do that. Sometimes I'm not knocking women who do that. And I think a lot of people have to do that. But if you actually come at a loss to go back to work and you lose more money than the person's salary, I can totally see like a stay-home mom situation for that reason.
Oh, yeah.
So.
What equality do you expect? Studies show men die of heart attacks and strokes from staying in the workforce for so long, and we just want the same.
No kids. Look at this sign. Equal pads. No kids.
More, I don't even know what that says. More bedtime? Work? More work bedtime? I don't know. It's wild to think that it's just all about perspective. And what these women are saying is true.
Yeah.
But it's how you look at it. And I mean, I wasn't there for the 70s, so I don't know what it was like. But
either.
Trying to get into the workplace for equality for whatever reason, maybe it's just to feel like you have an equal mark in the world. I can see maybe that being like, okay, I want to do that. I don't want to feel like a lesser human being. But the thing that comes with it is you got to have the responsibility that comes with having all that power too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing is like, it's still to this day, us millennials, and it's statistically been proven now that we really got the short end of the stick as far as generation goes, money-wise, housing-wise, etc. That's a whole nother argument though. But I see so many people complaining. I've complained. We've all complained about the housing market and all this stuff, blah, blah. And the reason it's that way is because we went to work.
Inflation.
It's called inflation, guys. So you got so many people in the workforce. Like that, it's literally a direct result of women going to work. And not just like a few women here and there. Okay, like everybody going to work. And that was the whole thing that Rockefeller wanted. That was his whole look up Rockefeller and feminism. We've talked about this before, but they did it on purpose so that the government could make more money. And it's, now people are realizing it. Back then, nobody cared because they were coming off a high of
they were so zoned in on whatever their goal was that they couldn't see the repercussions of their actions. And then I don't know if they would even say that they needed to take accountability because they got what they wanted. And the people who were kind of around in the 70s and 80s, like asking for this, they're still asking for more and they're getting it. At least in Canada, they voted to get more stuff for themselves versus the future of the country. But hey, as someone who's voted that way too, I get it. So what is the right thing? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the right thing is to think of something other than yourself, but so many people, not in a judging way, although it came off judgy, which, technically, anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, we've all been there.
No, and I
You know?
do think that regardless of how we talk about this, we are inherently selfish, not just for our personal selves, but for our family specifically. And we will do things that serve them versus the whole world because, I mean, evolutionarily speaking, we were made to want to pass on our genes and make sure our genes stay alive. So if that meant, giving food to our kids versus ourselves, I'm sure parents would say they would do that happily.
Mhm.
So what is this here?
Beamian says, I thought women got into the workforce due to world wars and men being so yes. So because all the men were not all, the majority of men were at war for World War I and World War II, the women really stepped up and did the jobs. Not all, okay. Women like to say, well, we did everything. No, you didn't. Shut up. You went to the newspapers. There were literal jobs where women were going through mail and like blacking out locations and letters, like personal letters and things like that, like little things, right? There was Rosie the Riveter, there was all these little things. There wasn't all they didn't do everything, but yes, women really had to step up because somebody needed to keep the country running, right? While the men were at war. But that's how it started, as in like, oh, we could capitalize on this. Because there are women out there, and there always have been. Like, people think this is some taboo thing that started because of World War II, because of Rosie the Riveter or whatever. But women, has always been women that have worked, where it was bartending, where it was this, whatever. It was just this much of the population. What shifted with the feminist movement was somebody at some point was like, look at this, the way that they showed up in World War II and blah blah blah, like we can capitalize on this. And that's where the switch was flipped. And that was when we went from 1% of the population of women being like, yeah, I want to work, I don't want to be at home, I'm a busybody, I've got a mind that won't shut down, whatever, I need to keep my hands busy, all this stuff, to the majority of the female population. That was the shift. That was what it was. And it was being pushed that way on purpose. They did it on purpose to get women in the workforce. They hit well, you're not equal. Your husband doesn't actually like you. We can tax them, is what they were thinking. But what they were saying was, your husband doesn't like you. He doesn't want you to have your own brain. You're nothing to him. This and that and the other, blah, blah. And that's where the brain shifted. And that's what made women as a whole, instead of this little tiny population that may or may not have owned land or may not have had a business or whatever, this little tiny part of the population, it flipped and became the majority. And that's what started the feminist movement. That was the difference. So,
and now we all have to work.
Yeah. And a lot of the people, and Davina is correct too, a lot of Rosie River is famous, as she should be, but most of those women, when the war was done and the men came home, whether it was their men or somebody else's men, they went back home. Like, they stopped working. They didn't keep going. They stopped, and the men took back over. And so it was all very it's a rabbit hole. If you've never fallen down the rabbit hole, I highly suggest you do, because it's fascinating the way this started. And it's all just taxation and for the government to make more money.
And they are still trying to make more money off of.
Yeah. And we still make less than men do. It was like, what's the point?
Yeah. Right, let's see what else is in here. There's a specific line that I'm waiting for, which you'll know once you hear it.
You look forward to most? Focusing so much on my career that I missed the chance to get married or have kids, then turning 40 and asking, what the fuck was I thinking?
We've seen that a few times.
Yep.
To a lot.
Because that's when we usually
regret sets in.
Yeah, I mean, that's how long it usually takes for us to get logical in our lives. And which, the red pill movement, the manosphere, is like, oh, it's the wall, and we'll call it whatever you want. I don't care. But, by that point, you're old enough to go, wait, what? And it's not just the women, but on the men's side too. Like, men, you reach a certain age and you take a step back and you're like, what the hell is going on here? And some people it's a little earlier. Usually people that work in the government sector kind of realize, like, oh shit, like, this is a problem. But it happens to everybody. The wall, quote unquote, happens to everybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just,
it's a midlife crisis for men. It's the wall for women.
Yes. There you go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thoughts on women in the workplace?
It sounds a little sus. Back in my day, we worked late nights and we love you long time, if you know what
I don't know.
Me love you long time, if you know what I mean. I thought you'd enjoy that.
I mean.
You ready for women in the workforce?
Sure. I'll stay home with the kids sometimes. The place will always be a mess, and the children will probably be in harm's way. Well, being in the workforce.
It actually is
That's
so
fair.
true. If you think about it, men don't prioritize cleanliness like women do. And it also depends on the dude, but I think majority are of
Yeah,
similar.
there's generalities for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Will being in the workforce set you free?
Are you fucking kidding me? This sounds miserable. I don't want to work till I'm 70, have 2 years of retirement funds, then die broke.
She's based. Ayo. All right, hold on.
I
I
mean,
gotta be right back.
the 1970s. So do we call it based if that happened back then? I don't know. In any case, so we got mate member for a month says, "Hey Tugs." Oh, I'll save this for Tugs when she gets back. It also says hi, X-ray girl. Hi. And Ian so forth with 50 British pounds says, "Stop being sexist. Let women work. I won't lift a finger if a woman can do it instead." Uh-huh. Ian, did threats of spanking from Monkey get you to feel that way? I know how you feel about him. And Raider. You guys make a good throuple, to say the least. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I agree. AI is getting crazy scary and it's super realistic. Where you see if it actually is real or not, obviously, were the signs, but fingers are still an issue for AI, from what I could tell. And the just like anything in the background, for the most part, the foreground, because that's what you're gonna look at, right? They're not concentrating on that as much. But yeah. Yeah. There was a monkey quote in Tugs's game. What did it say? I'm about to tell Monkey. If you can tell me hurts, I will pass it on to Monkey. So, and yes, it will only get scary. And that is a problem with AI because I don't want to know when I can't tell if it's a fake video or not, because then that's good. I'm already questioning everything anyways. So when I can't tell, it's going to be like, I think it's fake.
There
Everything
is a
fake.
video that went around on, I don't know if it made it to Instagram, it might have. But I saw it on TikTok and I was like, "Oh, how cute." And then I had to like look at it because it was weird. It's a video of it's a nighttime like night camera, like a Ring camera or something, video of a trampoline in somebody's backyard, and it's a bunch of rabbits that are jumping on the trampoline, and it got millions of views, likes, or whatever. Like it went viral about how cute it was. And I mean, if you go there now, it's just a bunch of people be like, "This is AI." I don't know who the first person was to figure it out, but it was posted as if it was a real Ring camera. And at first you're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute." And then you realize like there's 10 rabbits on this trampoline. That's weird. Like maybe 1 or 2 you could see jumping on the trampoline.
Not 10.
Like, how cute. But 10 of them, and that was what caught my eye. I was like, "That's way too many rabbits. Like, what is going on here?"
That's a lot of
and then
rabbits.
the more you watch it, like they jump and like kind of disappear. But it tricked so many people that whatever the account was it was enough to get monetized. Like it was within 24 hours. It was wild.
24 hours. Damn. It took me like months to get monetized. So
yeah, and on TikTok it's borderline impossible. But yeah, but it got me though too. It took me a second. I was like, "Wait, what?" But it got a lot of people. It was it looks real. It got so many people that my dad even sent it to me, and I was like,
wow,
it's fake.
Damn. Now, did this quote actually happen during your stream? Monkey devoured Ian?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. R.I.P. Ian. Both the sheep and Ian.
There was a monkey in the game?
No. There's Ian is in the game, which you find the collar of Ian in the beginning. And if you explore further, you find out that Ian was a sheep, which is the mascot of the Corey camp, and he got eaten by one of the werewolves. But somebody in the chat was like, "Oh my God, Ian, monkey devoured you," and then it went off the rails. So monkey ate Ian. We're very sorry for Ian.
That's what happens in gay relationships. I can't wait for one day you guys to meet. I think that will be a very fun moment. I don't know if it will happen, but if it does, I want to be there for it.
I would love to meet Ian.
Yep. Me, I can't wait. Ian, Egypt. I'm so freaking pumped. Mate said this, and I read this earlier, but I wanted you to respond to this. So, Tay Tugs, Until Dawn streams at when?
Oh, I don't have it. It's expensive. Okay, I'm working on it. But yes, we're getting closer to spooky season at the end of August. Close to it.
How
we'll
about this?
I'm gonna
You
play it.
crowdfund Until Dawn for you to buy it on Throne.
I'm honestly waiting for is that's a great idea actually. But what I'm honestly kind of waiting for too is I'm sure with Halloween coming up, it's gonna go on sale. Oh, it dropped on CD keys. So I'm kind of hoping that like there's gonna be a Halloween sale. I'm keeping an eye on it, but I do want to play it. Either way, I'm gonna play it. I'm just trying to save some pennies.
So if anyone is interested in doing that, you guys can super chat Tugs.
It's also on my wish list.
Fund.
It's on my Steam wish list, which is public. So
there you go.
It's up to y'all. I'm gonna play it either way, but it's up to y'all.
I cannot confirm or deny this hurts that he swallows. Those are private conversations of his gay adventures.
Swallowed Ian's body parts. There was nothing.
That's a different story that I've not heard of. So
there was no body left.
Yep.
He ate everything.
So I saw this post. I don't know how real this is, but I can also see this being a thing. So we all saw the
I meant to Google this. I'm gonna look it up right now.
We saw the T app for women where women post about men and the qualms that they had, whether it was positive or negative. It was rating a boy that you've dated. You know, are they crap? Are they good? So now, Tea on Her has become the #2 free app on the US App Store 10 days after launch. And because I'm not in the US, I could not look at this because
I'm looking it up right now.
When I even looked for the Tea app, it wasn't available in Canada. So is it real? It's real.
Yep, it's real. It only has 2 stars though.
Well, I mean, it's more about the memes at this point. So the men-only copy of Tea lets users share red flags, swap info, and get feedback about dating women. I don't think an app like this is going to be effective for men. I also think the threshold of men when they meet women are very different from women meeting men. What they require.
There's only one actual review. So take the 2 point whatever stars as a grain of salt. It may be being flagged. I don't know. There's one review, the actual review. 5 stars, works great, saved me from a lying red flag. This was posted on Sunday, so just a few days ago. This app just saved me from making a girlfriend out of a runaround who lied about her past and past lifestyle. Back to being a friends with benefits for her. Also, don't listen to the negative comments about made up explicit photos. There are none. Everything is moderated. She may have wiped her social media to hide it, but someone out there will always have old messages or posts of her pre-lifestyle change, quote unquote. This is how you'll find out the truth. So somebody had whatever information about this girl. Interesting. Hey, listen.
Very interesting.
If you want one for the guys, you gotta have one for the gals.
Yeah. But I don't think men care about that sort of stuff as much as women do.
It's amazing.
Realistically. Men are like this. Like Andrew here. Pulse? Yes, she's a keeper. Single guy cooking. Does she have boobs? Okay, swipe right. There you go. I think there's a lot of other very nuanced things that go into a relationship. And maybe this is just a girl version of how to date. But I want to know who you are and your values and what things you stress, priorities on.
Okay, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I just screenshotted. This is what they do. So this is an example of the page. Here are the girls. And next to each girl is a flag. I don't know if you can see it, but
Oh,
they've got
I see a green and a red.
And a
Yeah, yeah.
red. I don't know if these are actual real girls or if it's just an example. It looks like an example, but so they tell you red or green flag.
Oh, whoa, what's this? Nope, that's not it.
They have Molly was awesome. She is an awesome person. We broke up 3 days ago. Oh, that's nice. And then there's like you can choose to be known by your pseudonym or by your actual name or whatever. That's interesting. It's interesting. It looks more in depth to me than the T one, but also I never got approved for the girl version. So
Well, they got hacked before you could get approved.
Yeah.
They had other things to worry about, to be fair.
Interesting. I'm gonna need some of you gentlemen to download this app and give me the tea on these ladies.
I mean, the way people are even talking about it on Twitter, I agree with this. It's like we're in middle school all over again. Shake my head. So childish. There's no way this can go horribly a second time. The premise of the app isn't actually a problem. It's just a problem when women are doing it. It's a problem when both are doing it. This is where we see public gossip at this rate. And these are the conversations I would have with my girlfriends, like post date, and be like, "Oh my gosh, Tugs! Like I liked him so much. He was this, blah blah blah, blah, or I hated this, blah blah blah." Now,
and then we would
tell
Google,
me if I'm wrong or right.
And then we would Google him,
and we go on Instagram and look at all the photos, and then be like, "Is he for reals or is he not?" Like I don't know. Like social media is important.
Yep.
Oh my god, the little pausies on your face.
Did you clean your balls? Did you clean your balls?
You say this, Gary? The worst girls are the clingy ones. Not just clingy, but like overly obsessed ones.
With the crazy eyes?
Yeah. Yeah. It happens.
I don't know. I'm pretty clingy to my man.
It only is bad if the guy views it as bad. Girls and guys do this. When they first date, someone who is obsessed with the other person, if you are mutually like obsessed with each other, that is a fine thing. But if you're not feeling him, it's creepy.
I would agree. I would say that the clingy thing for guys is the same as like if she was attractive and you liked her, you wouldn't care.
Oh, she's obsessed with me? Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, but you don't like her or aren't interested in her. And so now you care. But she's clingy.
You gotta just pick your battles in that one. And I think if you're both into each other, it really does not matter. Being obsessed with your person is not a bad thing.
Nope.
It's just when you're not obsessed that it's like, ooh, okay, no, you're too much in my space.
Yep.
So I saw this. We know Joey Swole is back.
Yay,
He's
Joey.
back, guys.
Welcome back, Joey.
So we saw this post. If a man is under 5'10", that is a little boy. I actually feel really sad that someone thinks this way.
What?
Yeah, Ali Silva. And Joey Swole says, funny to see you say, not sure why my taste in men has y'all so effed up. You literally called men under 5'10" little boys, so don't be upset when people call you out for it. And I love to see it's women calling you out too. You can have a taste in men and express it without being condescending or mean. Facts. So you don't think it's effed up. People are giving it right back to you. You should focus more on the qualities that make him a man and good person, like kindness, respect, integrity, and responsibility. And that's why I love me some Joey, because he brings just reality to conversations like this. The fact that you have to say people under a certain height are not a man. Like, are we at this point where we're making fun of people's characteristics that they cannot have any control over? And if they have control over it in the sense that they can have surgery to get it done, it's dangerous. Okay. The leg lengthening surgery is absolutely dangerous. It's not good for you. I would rather you at a lower height in your personality than to be taller just for vanity. It's the same thing with plastic surgery. Oh my God, the amount of girls that go through plastic surgery and lip fillers and cheek fillers and buccal
Oh
fat
gosh,
removal.
yeah.
We can put that on there. Are you a little girl at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm saying you're a little girl, but we're drawing parallels on this.
Ouch. Crazy. You know what's
I
funny
just-
though is it's interesting to see. It's my first thought to me. He's not wrong, but I also love how defensive he's being because he's under.
Is he
5'10".
short? He's taller than his girl, though.
He's 5'9".
Oh,
So he's. I had to look it up because I was like, somebody's a little defensive. I mean, he's not wrong. He's still calling her out, which is fine. But I was like, this reads a little personal to me. So I had to look
maybe
it up.
a little. And I think a lot of guys who are quote short kings, like, don't feel bad about your height. I think that it's very juvenile for women to say a quote like this when you hear like 6'6", 5'10", and under your little boy. Like, those are the type of women you're going to want to avoid anyway.
Yeah.
They're just showing their flags really early on, so you don't have to search for yourself. But anyways, I thought he was 5'7", says Ian. Maybe.
So I did look that. I saw all that too, but from
5'6".
Joey. Okay, I'm going from Joey himself. So I will go with his word over anybody else's. There was a picture he posted in August of 2024 last year, where he posted a picture of him with RFK Jr. at the gym. And somebody commented and said, RFK Jr. is listed at 5'9". I didn't realize Joey Swole was a couple inches shorter than that. And Joey responded and said he's actually about 6'1" to 6'2", which would make sense because both of his, like the Kennedys are tall. None of them are really short. Short, quote unquote. He is about 6'1", 6'2". I'm a little over 5'9", 225 pounds, but hoping to get down, blah, blah, blah. And he talks about his weight or whatever. So I'm calling 5'9". He says he's a little over. I'm calling 5'9". Because you know how men like to exaggerate, which is fair. I get it. Men kind of like to exaggerate. I'm calling 5'9" even.
Okay,
So-
I have the picture of RFK Jr. and Joey here.
Yeah, I always thought RFK was 6 foot at least, but yeah. So he has a good inch or two.
I mean, I've seen girls who
I don't know.
don't seem tall, but the way they carry themselves can feel tall.
Mhm.
Same with guys. So he looks like he has good posture, which would
Yeah.
make him seem taller.
And I don't know why that person responded saying that RFK Jr. is listed as 5'9" when I just Googled it and it says he's 6'1". So I was like, there's no way RFK Jr. is 5'9". Like all of the Kennedys are at their shortest were like 5'10". And everybody else was up. Like that was their shortest was 5'10". So there's no way.
So all you quote shorter than the
short
5'10"
kings.
people that the girl thinks you're little men, it's literally so stupid.
I mean, Duke is 5'9", and he's definitely a man.
You know, I will say this: if you are of the same height or similar heights, there is something very more simpatico physically
Yes. I have to look at
when you are together. And I'll leave it at that. Anywho, John Thomas for $5 says, have you seen Emily King's bids?
I love her.
She says, men are abandoning the friend zone. Y'all's thought Swole messed up by apologizing over Hulk. I agree with the Swole thing.
I
You
agree.
really shouldn't have.
I
Now,
don't know the friend zone thing. I've not heard that.
men abandoning the friend zone. I think it depends on the girl and it depends on the dude. So I do have male friends. And I think that they're not the types of men to wait in the friend zone to get the green light type of thing. You know, they have their families, they have their kids and their wives, and you're friends with the wives, et cetera, et cetera. If it's the idea of, do you remember the post about a girl saying like, oh my God, this is why we're friends. Like you took me out to go on a date, essentially. I love you so much as a friend. Yeah, abandon that friend zone, please.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
But I'm gonna have to take a look at this video, Emily King.
I love her. She's so good. You've seen her before. She's the blonde girl that like slides into her mirror and she holds her phone like incredibly creepily steadily.
Oh, good for her.
We've seen her videos before. Not many, but we have watched them on here before a couple times. As soon as you see her, you're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Probably. Ian So Forth with 50 British pounds says, I'm 5'8". I've never had any complaints from the super.
That's what I was laughing at earlier. I was like, oh no.
Ian, why are you doing this to me? I can't. From the supervisors on the roller coaster.
I mean, that's fair because you actually fit in the straps. So kudos.
You don't want to be on the extremes of too short or too tall when it comes to roller coasters.
Or too wide.
Ian.
Too wide is more importantly, probably.
Ooh, and some of those Disney parkers. Ooh.
All of them. Every single one of them. I'm like, girl, how?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you going to Disney? How do you have fun?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I have a video here and you are going to laugh at this. Steph posted this. There's a whole conversation on how liberal women are upset about the fact that they can't find a boyfriend or husband. I wonder why.
I watched this when you sent it. Oh my God.
Let me just put it on half because there's a lot of
I was
screaming.
going to say, turn your headphones down to those of you on
No, I already did it for y'all. Because this lady is insane.
Oh my God.
And this is like the epitome of what a Karen is when she is trying to find something just to be upset about. And then being aggressive about being upset. So we're not going to watch it all, but just enough to get the point and the idea.
Yeah.
You're an unethical piece of shit.
Oh, yeah?
He kills dogs because he has to have his bred dog.
Me?
Yes! You bought those dogs, didn't you?
No.
You didn't adopt them. You didn't save their lives. You don't care about them. You don't care about anyone but
Dude,
yourself.
you are crazy, lady.
Get away from me then. Get away from me.
You walked up to me.
Go away from me.
Now, I did think up to this point, I was like, well, we're not seeing full context because, of course, we don't see the beginning of the video. And, of course, a lot of videos start off at the point that makes them the bad person.
Yeah.
But then you get to see more.
This guy won't leave me alone. Help me. Help me. This guy won't leave me alone. And he is saying that I said something racist when I absolutely did not.
You did.
Please help me. I did not say anything to this guy.
Who are you talking to?
Help me, please. Please get this guy away from me. Adopt those
Dude,
dogs. Go away.
You need medication, lady.
You need to get away from me.
Adopt
Go that way.
So essentially, this whole video is him just being like, "You're crazy. Go away."
He's backing away the
he
whole
literally,
video.
and she keeps advancing towards him. Like you can see here, I'm gonna start videotaping you.
Yeah, now she starts videotaping as she's like, help me.
And this is the exact reason why I say, like, because we don't have the context of the beginning of the video, we don't know for sure if she is, you know, the one who started it or not.
The only thing I will say, just based off of personal experience, so people can take this as whatever you want, but from personal experience as somebody who used to work for an animal shelter, and around animals, just from my own personal experience, I 100% believe that she instigated every single bit of this.
Why? How so?
Because the purebred people are absolutely insane.
What do you mean by that?
There are breeders out there that are horrible. I saw a number of them. We got plenty of them in Vegas. They're called the backyard breeders. They're doing it illegally, whatever. They're horrible. And then there are the breeders that do it right. They have their licenses and this, that, and the other. But there is a whole subset of the animal rights people that are anti-purebred breeding, period. Want only mixed dogs. Purebreds are bad. Yeah. Oh God, they're crazy. They're like PETA level crazy. And we had a protest outside our shelter once because there was a raid on a house in Vegas years ago. And this woman, she was a hoarder. So she was a bad example of a breeder, but she had like 50 Yorkies, purebred Yorkies. A bunch of them were puppies, and they ended up going to a rescue. All of them ended up going to a rescue. The Yorkie rescue like nabbed them pretty quick. But it was a big case. It was a court case. A lot of them were sick. A couple of them had to be put down because they were so sick. Anyway, blah, blah. It was horrible. But there was a protest. I don't know why you're protesting outside the shelter. Like, we were just holding them, but whatever. I mean, it didn't get crazy, and it was like a couple people, but there are people out there who hate purebred buyers, hate them. They've thrown blood, like, it's a whole PETA thing, because when you're a purebred breeder, believer, there are, and I don't know if this is the practice now, but back in the day, like, if the dog ate, the animal was born and it was weak, it was put down, it was drowned, it was this, that, and the other, whatever. I don't think that's the case anymore. Of course, in other countries, I don't know. I think you have to give them like it to an adoption center or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, but there's like a bunch of ethical questions about it, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, these people are crazy. So from my own personal experience, I 100% believe she saw his dogs, and you kind of see them a little bit later. They look like Rottweilers. If you watch the whole, it's a long video, but you kind of see them later, and I think they're Rotties. I don't know what they are, but
I didn't watch the whole
people
video.
lose their minds anyway. So it's just like you can see this black and white dog kind of follow them around. They almost look like Rottweilers. I don't know if those are his or not, but they seem to be pretty close to him. So like this black one over here was at Rottie. And it's like, these people are crazy. That's just my personal experience. I don't know. That's just what I'm going. So for me, I'm like, oh yeah, no, she totally started this because she saw, for whatever reason, maybe she didn't like him. Maybe he said something to her and she didn't like it.
Maybe he's wearing a MAGA hat. Who knows?
It could be. Yeah, he might be I don't know where they are. Maybe he's carrying. I don't know. But I 100% believe that she started this. She was triggered by him for whatever reason, and she started the whole dang thing.
I'm like, this is
I
4 minutes.
believe it.
It's
4 minutes
her
long,
following
and
her
the whole way, and you can hear other people be like, "Are you okay?"
Liar. No, you called me. Okay, here.
Dude, that other guy, I have it all on film. The other guy saw it too. Look how you're behaving. You're not a little child. Act like an adult.
And that's the crazy part, is like, I understand that you have ideals and wants, but to filter yourself in public and knowing the battles that you need to have versus this is a losing battle. He already has his dog. Like, why would you put yourself out there, act a fool, just to tell him he's a POS?
Mm-hmm. You know what the crazy part about this woman is? I will bet my next super chat, I'll bet you that she's pro-abortion.
But breeding purebred,
can't put the dog down. Don't kill the dogs. Bet you anything. Bet you anything.
There's a lot of crazy people out there, and this is the type of red flag that I hope that if there is a male tea app that people actually are using.
Somebody post this woman on the tea on her app, please. Yeah, these people are crazy.
There's a lot of
stay away from
angry
people.
There's a lot of angry people. Now, this is another type of person, a little more calmer, but nonetheless still pretty angry, that I'm scared if they were ever to be put in power. So this is a little bit of a longer video, but bear with me, okay?
Men know to behave themselves. So let's gather them all up and put them in one big holiday camp.
Yes.
But locked up.
I think this might have been done before, Julie, but carry on.
No, it hasn't, you see, because the key word is holiday camp.
Oh, well, that changes everything.
In that you've got a choice of vehicles. So you could have a white van, you could have a skateboard, or you could have a boy racer thing.
That just sounds like slavery with extra steps.
Ooh la la, someone's gonna get laid in college.
All the wardens would be women.
Okay.
But women, I understand women love those men. There are even men I love that I would miss if they were in this holiday camp.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go in and borrow them like a library book. So a woman, if she wants sex with her husband, boyfriend, she can do that. I could go and hang out with my brother and, have a nice time, or my mates, but then they go back at the end of the night. That's my solution.
Anyways, that type of solution seems like a very who had camps out there? Do you remember a certain type of person that had camps, Tugs?
Yeah.
Yeah? You could just access them whenever you wanted, borrow them like a book? Maybe?
You couldn't. I mean, you could afterwards when we were going through the rubble, and it was like, do you know this person by their foot? No? Okay. Justice for those people. Anywho, you know what's crazy? You know what's wild?
What?
So I have, for those of you who don't know, I am doing a Bible study series on my channel. This is relevant, I promise. And
Where do you find said Bible studies, by the way, if people do want to check it out?
Wait, what?
Where do people find this Bible study?
Oh, on my YouTube channel, That Tug Life, for those of you who don't subscribe. But it's called Java with Jesus, and we're going through the Bible. We just went through Genesis, which is the very first book of the Bible. Okay, Adam and Eve, Noah, all those shenanigans. However, Joseph, for those of you who have maybe seen the animated movies like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, like that one, we just went through this whole thing about Joseph with Genesis. And Joseph, when he was a slave, was thrown in prison because the wife of the master of the house that he was a slave to accused him of trying to sexually advance on her. And she made the whole thing up.
That sounds like a lot of women these
So
days.
he ended up in a camp, a holiday camp, if you want to call it, for quite some time. Because
it's only a holiday if you believe it is.
I'm just throwing that out there. Like, it's wild. Women have been doing this. Women have been doing this for quite some time. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's the we have seen this in a sense with AI girlfriend boyfriends. The idea that you can access a person anytime you want and they are acquiescing to your requests. Essentially, so it's not a human being. And I think this is the crazy part about humans is you have to take the good and the bad that come with any person. What you tolerate, obviously, is on you, on if you want to interact with a person. You don't have to even interact with your family, okay? But if you cannot be able to have a relationship, and that's not even in a intimate way, friendship, relationship, doesn't matter. If you can't do that and take the good and the bad, there's something really wrong with you. And I'm not saying put you in a holiday camp. I think you might need a lot of therapy or a way to deal with this because you obviously do not understand the nuances of having said relationships with so many different types of humans. Not everyone's going to be perfect. And that's the thing that I'm seeing in this culture war is that we want this perfection. I say we as the people who are of the DEI woke stuff. If you are not with us, you're against us type. You're not realizing the beauty that is humans.
Yeah. The only people we should be putting in a holiday camp on purpose away from anybody are, I am a firm believer.
Mentally ill.
Well, that too, bring back asylums. But more importantly, there's a cool little movie out there called The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin, where now I don't agree with the live streaming portion of this because that's just immoral. But they take like the worst of the worst convicts, murderers, rapists, etc., and they put them on an island together, and winner gets freedom and also some money. I think that would be a great idea. Just let them have at it.
Convicts?
Good luck. Yeah, put them on the same island together and see what happens. Good luck. Like the bad people, put them over there. And
I mean, it's kind of like asking for a bit of what is it called? Hunger Games /
only if you
Drag Race.
It's fine. It's fine. But if she wants a holiday camp for women or men all in general, no, I think we should pick and choose. We should pick and choose the worst of the worst and see what happens.
I mean, Drag Race was an interesting concept in the idea that people have to win 50 races in order to win their freedom, but it kind of was a game that was
too. Remember that movie Gamer? Mm-hmm.
And it was a cool concept because you're like, oh my God, if all I had to do was win 50 races, not that I would be good for something like that, but like, yeah, of course, what's his face was in it? Jason Statham.
Yes.
By all intents and purposes, he would definitely be that type of person. But then you learn the bureaucracy of that type of, power in trying to control people. It's all control and power in the end. And obviously, in that situation where we saw her, she wanted control and power over having only the positive interactions with males. And that's just not possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I control the positive interactions with you too, please?
I don't think that we need to put everybody on an island, but I think that there's certain people. Sorry, Jesus, but there's certain people that maybe we should just drop them off in a location together and just see what happens. They may thrive. I don't know. We don't know.
Maybe, possibly.
Just yeet on them over there.
I think someone who sees reality and delusion is probably your best person to be with.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be someone who's based. I think there are people who are liberal who actually are more on the normal aspect that understand culture, at least to the point of being able to tolerate all different types of human beings. They might not like everything, but what we see on Twitter is just not realistic. So, Hurt says, send Ian to Monkey Island.
Oh no.
Don't give Monkey more power. I really don't want that because like he will get drunk on power. But I would love to see Ian and Monkey in kilts. That would be really funny.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
I started watching Outlander, the Outlander prequel show, and everybody should be in kilts. Everybody.
Now, before we finish the stream, I just wanted to show something. I feel like this is an attack against me, and I say that facetiously, but you'll realize why.
Hey, I'm just gonna lay down with the kids for a couple minutes.
Okay. Good night.
No, pour me a glass of wine. David's still on.
Okay.
Rally.
To most movies. Anyways.
I sent this to Duke and he was like, how did they get this footage of us?
And it's so true. It's so true. As soon as I lay down and watch a movie, and especially because like when I'm with my person, there is something so relaxing, like especially if you're with them, that you just fall asleep. So it should be taken as a positive sign because I'm so relaxed that I fall asleep. Okay.
He's like, we should watch a movie in bed. And I'm like, okay, you better pick something we've both seen 100 million times. Cause like, bye.
Yep. So, yeah. Anyways.
Sure.
Or play a board game.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm just gonna lay down for a couple minutes. Then it's party time.
Hey, we had a good day.
It'll just be 2 minutes.
Dinner was nice.
Why are you like this?
I'll see you.
I'll see you in 2 minutes. Hope you're ready for a rager.
Annie, come on. You can't sleep like that. You won't be able to walk tomorrow.
Okay. You got my wine? Here comes the party train. Hey, I'm just gonna lay down with the kids for a couple.
I love she's sleeping in the kids' room on the floor. Oh man, I love my sleep, you guys. It's so good.
I think it should be taken as a sign of we're very comfortable with each other. And the idea that you are at your most vulnerable, so you are able to sleep, I think it's actually kind of sweet. You just look at it perspective wise, okay?
Yep. Listen, Duke was playing the new Mafia game. Yes, I have it. Yes, we're gonna play it. Don't rush me. Anyway, Duke was playing the new Mafia game. I may or may not know all the spoilers. It's fine. And I literally yesterday was like, yeah, put the Mafia game on. Like, let's see what happens. And I was out. And it was 2 p.m.
It was just 2 p.m. It was just asleep. It's fine.
For a good 30 to 45 minutes, I was passed out. And I woke up and it was like, what happened? What
time is it?
We're here. Now we're here. What's going on?
I say this is pretty true. Women love drama. They'll create drama when there's none. I think it also is female dependent.
Yeah.
So I don't
Listen,
think every woman's like this, but there are some rare exceptions.
I think the majority of women love drama. That's why shows like Bachelor, Desperate Housewives, the new show The Hunting Wives, which I'm on the fence about. Anyway, Bachelor, Desperate Housewives, Vanderpump, like all those shows, they do so well, and the majority of the audience is women because we do love it. Okay. Now, the creating the drama situation, that depends on the women.
Producers.
And well, that, and it also depends on the girl. If you're younger, then yeah, you want to create the drama because you want to stir up some shit. If you're old like I am, I just want to watch the drama. I want to know about it, but I want to be involved.
as someone who watches reality television, I like watching it to know that my life is a lot better than some of these people that are on this television show. Now, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it just depends on the subject. That's why I really love Jersey Shore. Although Jersey Shore, Family Vacation, they're a little more, what's the word for it? Well-rounded now because they're older with kids.
And they are literally more rounded.
Well, yes. Now, Ronnie,
hey, not judging, but saying,
has a ex-girlfriend, baby mama who beat him up a lot and maybe drove into him with a car. You know, I really feel better about myself and my problems with my relationship.
Yeah, it's like, at least I'm not Susie going to Bachelor in Paradise with my ex.
I'm not forced to work with my ex who's crazy like that. Like all of my exes that I have to interact with that, you know, you just are, what's the word for it? Nice? Kind? Respectful?
Sure.
Something like that, you know?
It's fine.
I don't think I have a lot of exes that I would say I would be very mad at. Unless you cheated on me, then might have a little for you. But that hasn't happened often. So yes. And Hokies, yes, Jersey Shore is still a thing. They have a show called Family Vacation, which has the entire cast plus Angelina. So there's 9 of them. It's a very good show, in my opinion.
Not Angelina Jolie. I was just being silly.
Angelina's crazy. Yeah. But she's learning.
They all are crazy.
Everyone learns at some point. Now, before we finish, I know I said I was going to end up with that, but we're going to go with this. And I think this is a good thing to talk about because this is one of those kind of similar to Am I the A-hole? But this guy says, my wife hit me today. I don't know how to respond. I'm 30 male, wife 27 female, have never laid hands on me or treated me unkindly before. We have a wonderful relationship. She's a stay-at-home mom and is a great mother. I recently got us to some debt and I didn't tell her until she got an email about her bank account that was overdrawn by a large number. That was my F up. I own it. I was outside mowing the lawn when she found out and came out and asked me about it. I told her I was trying to pay it off before she found out and was unsuccessful. She waited until I was done talking. Then she slapped me as hard as she could and told me if I ever did that again, she would leave and take her kid because she will not be in a marriage where her husband keeps things for her. And this was my one warning. Now, I don't condone physical violence, regardless.
Me neither, but also
I understand where she's coming from.
I think that that's a justifiable whack-a-mole. Do we condone violence? No. YouTube, just settle. But I feel like getting you into debt, which is huge,
at a big
and
number,
not telling anybody. That's and
why did you get into debt? What was the thing that you got into debt about? Was it like
were you gambling? What are you doing?
Yeah. And I think this is another thing about context is because we don't know the full context.
Nope. Yeah. What you got us into some debt over what, for one? And two, what is that large number? That he's being
how large? 6 figures, 5 figures, 7 figures
on purpose. Yeah, being vague on purpose. There's a difference, in my personal opinion, between like physical and being like, what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know.
And because it's text, we don't know the context of all of that.
Woo,
now,
I'd be pissed.
If I found out and if she is it doesn't matter if she's a stay-at-home mom or working. I think that when it comes to a family debt, you have to take it on as a family, whether it be something that was a mistake or, home or student loans, that when you marry into a family, that becomes your debt.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
taking care of that does take the two of you. Because guess what? Oh, am I going to buy the more expensive, like canned item? Or am I going to go to Food Basics and buy the same canned item that is probably the same at a lesser cost?
Yeah. Well,
Little things like
this guy's comment over on the right is totally, this sums it up. Like he says, this guy seems pretty untrustworthy, going secretly into significant debt, which he says himself, like I overdrew our bank account by a large number, which is, if you're saying a large number, it's at least $1,000 or more. Like that's a large number to me anyway. But anyway, and then trying to play the victim online about getting smacked for it. Dude's got me sounding like a male feminist in replies. He's sketchy and I don't appreciate it. He's very sketchy. No, he's lucky all she did was just whack-a-mole. I would have just been like, okay, time to go.
There have been some women who are even more savage than this, and they'll, like, if they find out about something like this, they'll just leave a note and be like, I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't.
That's bad.
I wouldn't say like she was in the wrong for that, because guess what? He didn't tell her. Is she obliged to tell him? Not technically true. I am someone who obviously likes to be confrontational, so I would say something, maybe not to the point of slapping, but there would be a conversation before I left. Wait, are you saying something? I can't hear you.
I muted my mic.
Oh,
you got us into debt. You got us into debt. It was a large number. Okay, all right, okay. Depending on what it is, okay, all right. But the fact that he was trying to pay it off before she found out, that tells me right there, whatever he did to get into debt was a no-no. That automatically is a no-no in my mind, because you were trying to pay it off. That's like the girl going shopping at TJ Maxx and hiding her purchases from her husband, right? Like that is where it's
that's
bad,
a problem,
and that's probably why she whacked him upside the head. And listen, I don't know if any of you have ever been slapped by a girl, but
here we go. We're getting more information. For those asking, I gambled away the vast majority of our savings. That's the account that was severely overdrawn. Drunken cockiness, not even going
you
to lie.
You are lucky she's only slapped you. And she didn't divorce you right away. You were lucky. All she did was smack you upside the head, which you deserve, by the way. And I would say that on her end too. What is wrong with you? And threaten and be like, you know what? If you do this again, we're leaving. She didn't leave you right away, and she whacked a mold you, which you deserved, which you admit you deserved. I knew it. Sorry. I knew it. Nope.
Like I said, I don't condone violence, but I understand where she's coming from.
Yep. Whack-a-mole.
John Thomas for $10 says, PETA wants us to kill all dogs and cats. Their shelter is a high kill. They kidnap pets and kill them. PETA thinks pets are bad caste people and are zero population nut jobs. I don't know what that last sentence means. Can you elucidate that for me?
Crazy? That I don't know the end. I don't know the ending sentence. I don't know the bad caste people. Badass people? I don't know what that is. But zero population, correct. A high kill shelter, correct. That is also true. Also, we just say here's another thing for you. The not the NCAA, I keep doing that, but the oh god, what is the name of the pets? The NSPCA. The NSPCA, whatever state you're in. I know if you're in the States, you're familiar with the NSPCA. Here's a fun fact for you that I didn't know until I worked at the animal shelter. When you adopt an animal from the NSPCA, you don't own that animal. They're part of your contract that you sign is that the microchip that's implanted in the animal will always trace back to the NSPCA.
I had no idea.
You may have that dog. you may have that dog for 10, 12, however many years. If it gets out, let's say and I'm actually going to do this. This is an actual example that happened at the animal shelter that I worked at. This dog, they had him for like 10 years. They moved and it got out because it was unfamiliar. It got picked up by animal control. Caller said this name, this owner, whatever. Microchip said this information for the NSPCA in Nevada specifically. And NSPCA, we were not allowed to release the animal to the owners that have had the dog for 10 years. What? We had to release it, yes, because microchip trumps. Here's a fun fact for you. Look at your pet laws. Microchip trumps in Nevada, at least when I worked at the animal shelter. I don't know if it's changed. Trumps any other ownership paperwork. So the NSPCA picked up that animal. They took it back to the NSPCA and they put the owners, quote unquote, that adopted, quote unquote, the animal from NSPCA on a no adopt list, and they would not give the dog back. They had this dog for 10 years.
That's really sad.
They had kids that grew up with the dog. It was horrible. We also had a dog come in that was being euthanized by its owner because it had cancer and had tumors everywhere. I mean, she was in pretty bad shape. She was still nice and like perky, but she was in pretty bad shape. To do a euthanasia, the microchip came back to the NSPCA. So we had to call them by law. You had to call them, check your laws. This is not just Nevada. It's multiple states across the country. We had to call them per the laws in Nevada and say, hey, this is what's going on. And the NSPCA said, fuck that. That's bullshit. That's animal abuse. They came, got the animal and made it suffer for the next couple of months with cancer instead of just letting the owners put it down. And the owners weren't allowed to have the body and bury it like they wanted to because the microchip went back to the NSPCA.
Wow.
Anyway,
that's actually really scary.
Yes. Look up your pet laws. PETA is the same way. When you adopt from PETA, look up your pet laws. I highly recommend either going through directly a person if you trust them. That's a whole nother thing. Or your animal shelters, because your animal shelters are not like that. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the bottom. Adopt, don't shop, quote unquote, which I agree with, only because you don't know what legality you're getting into with some of these rescues. And on the rescue side, like, I get it because people are assholes. I get why. But at the same time, like, bro, it's bad. So just check your pet laws.
Yeah.
That's a whole, I could rant about that
all day
for years. Anyway.
And as someone who has both adopted and bought through breeders, you can tell certain breeders are better than others just by going on site.
Oh yeah, no, and there's, I mean, you can Google, legit breeders in your area. I'm not against breeding. I personally like the shelter animals just because they're neglected. They're the reasons I've seen personally as to why it's just heartbreaking, the bull crap people come up with. Anyway, as to why these animals are turned in or whatever.
No, I agree.
But that's just me. I'm not going to discourage you from getting an animal from anybody, to be honest with you. Like, as long as you're giving it a good home and you treat it the way it needs to be treated, like, have at it. If you have the money for a $5,000 dog, like, can I have some? Thank you. But yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
And breeding is not always like the way to go. Like, I would say my last 2 dogs were bred dogs, and like Jojo, who I remember our first surgery we had to have for her, she grew both her baby teeth and her adult teeth, and she needed surgery to take her baby teeth out. And it was really sad because, whatever, I don't know. Maybe it's a purebred thing, but Rocky, he is bred. Like, I love his line. I think his mama and papa were so freaking like the mix of the opposites as possible as you could get with a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Not like the googly-eyed Chihuahua. He's not googly-eyed, okay? But he's very
well, that's the thing too, is it's like with a purebred, you do and you don't know what you get. Like, everybody knows Huskies are crazy. Everybody knows this and that and the other. But it's just like people don't do their research. Like, Dalmatians, because they've been inbred so much, at about 3 years old, they all lose their minds and they go insane. And a lot of them have to be put down because of it. It's bad because of the inbreeding. On the flip side, because of the inbreeding on German Shepherds, they're great dogs, but at about 10 years old, the majority of them get hip dysplasia. So you have that advantage with a mixed breed because it's not a purebred bloodline, so you're not going to have all these genetics passed down.
The recessive genes that end up,
Yes, but you also don't know what you're getting either. So if you cross
100%.
this with this, you could either get a great dog or you could get a psychopath. Like you just don't know. So I get both sides of
dating,
it. But it's just
Tugs.
like, that's true.
You never know what you're gonna get. So Jason Webster with 5 Australians says, hi, adorably congenial extra girl and lively Tugs. I hope you lovely ladies are feeling fine and enjoying the week. I am. What about you, Tugs? Are you enjoying your week?
Oh yeah, I'm so happy.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Tugs. Andrew Matthews, member for 36 months. That is 3 freaking years. Says she waited till he finished mowing for safety. Well,
That's
true.
fair.
But like I said, I don't condone the violence. I understand the violence, but I don't condone it. I think that we could have used words to make it more effective.
Yeah, we don't condone it, but you're lucky.
Yep.
It was just a
If she really wanted maximum effectiveness of this story, she should have just left. Like, she should have just taken the family, kids, assumingly, left the bill that said that he owed X amount of money wherever that he would see it, in the kitchen, whatever, and then just peace out. Because guess what? He didn't give her the courteousness of telling her.
Nope. And that's where you effed up, is because you didn't tell her, and you were trying to be like, oh, I'm just gonna take care of it before she notices. Like, no. You come home and you be like, listen, I was a drunk piece of crap and I gambled away a bunch of money.
Let her be able to make the
would
decision
still
for
slap
herself.
you, but it would be a lot better.
I don't like slapping.
Whack.
But it depends on the relationship, I suppose. Jason Webster with 5 Australians says, communication and trust are paramount in any relationship or marriage. Once trust is broken, it is hard to overcome, if at all, which I completely agree.
Yeah, especially when it's something like, I mean, trust in general, but especially when it's something like gambling, that's a literal addiction in the majority of cases. Like, that's
you need to be able to conquer that together as a couple.
Yeah, that's not good.
So thank you, Jason. Now, Tugs, what are you up to for the next couple days?
What am I doing? Tomorrow morning on my YouTube channel, That Tug Life 2Gs. For those of you who are lurking and don't follow, I will be dropping new Job with Jesus episode. At the same time, we'll be over on X-Ray Girls channel for morning roasts because it's Thursday. I don't know if Dan's joining us. It'll be a surprise. And then gaming tomorrow. We finished The Quarry again. I don't even know what ending I got. I didn't get an achievement, so who knows?
It was an ending.
So maybe Expedition 33 tomorrow. I gotta finish
You gotta finally finish it?
We're at the Paintress. I tried to attack her. It didn't go well.
She's a tough fight, to say the least.
Well, I haven't even fought her yet because I was trying to attack her and nothing was working. So that's where we left off. It was like that. Literally, Bruce was like, nothing is working. And all the girls are like, gee, think. And that's where we left off. I don't even remember. So maybe tomorrow we'll do Expedition. I have to finish more games. And the closer we get to spooky season, the spookier the games will get. Yay!
I see a lot of people in chat making fun of me right now. Does anyone finish Expedition 33? No.
Kara did.
Kara did.
The only one.
I probably should, but I did say that I haven't done a solo stream since before I left on my last trip. And I know, chat. I'm working through a lot of myself and improving myself before I share myself. And so I will finish it at some point. That I know.
That's true. I know. I have Mafia 2 to finish. I always get stuck on the stupid lower level enemies. It's
you need to, once you finish the Paintress into like Act 3, like level up insane.
Wait, there's more after the paintress? That's not the final of the game?
No, you have not found out the backstory 100% completely. So,
Ooh, oh, that actually makes me feel better. It's a giant spoiler, but I'm not mad because that makes me feel better because I was like, wait, are we at the end already?
no, there's more, and it's not like it isn't a spoiler. I think I'm not gonna tell you what happens, of course, after the paintress, but
that's fine.
It is shocking. So
I know. I can't wait to find out the backstory. I keep throwing guesses out there. Nobody has told me if I'm right or not, which I thank you.
That's perfect. Thanks, chat. You keep doing that. So, yes, tomorrow morning roasts at 8:30 a.m. Eastern on X-Ray Girl channel, and hopefully this won't end up being a poor choice for tomorrow. I don't think I drank that much to be affected realistically.
I honestly feel fine.
I'm gonna send you all to Kara. You look fine.
Is she still on?
See, last I checked, she was. So, say hello to Kara. And send her some love. Make sure you sub to her. Give her a like, and I'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow. Woohoo!